इरफाना मॅडम, आपण आता सुरू करावे.
A warm good evening to everyone. The world is full of diamonds and gems, and are having some of them to build this program today. Myself, Irfana Khwaja, it's my honor to welcome you all in our online guidance program on behalf of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha. Yesterday, 6th April, was second day of our online guidance program. Subject Hindi by Mrs. Sonal Vartak Madam, and it was a marvelous response from your sides. I would like to thank one and all. A good program never ends in the world. A good program never ends in the world. They take only a pause and keep us waiting for the next. Today is our third day of program named as Guidance is Ours, Success is Yours, organized by Anuyog Vidya Manch for guidance of subject social studies. Now, I would like to welcome our President, Honorable Mrs. Priyanka Raja Madam, HM in primary section in Anuyog Vidyalaya Marathi Medium School. Honorable Srimati Rohini Tai, Secretary of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha. Chief Guest, Honorable Shri Ramakant Pandey Sir, and I welcome our principals and expert resource person, Mrs. Shivani Limay for history, and for geography, Mr. Atul Kulkarni, sir. At last, I would like to welcome our teachers and all my dear students. Great things in education are never done by one person. Great things in education are never done by one person. They are done by team of people. Now, I request Mrs. Rashi Kamble, Assistant Teacher of Anuyog Vidyalaya English Medium School, to introduce our guest.
Thank you, Irfana Miss. Namaskar. A very good evening to one and all watching today's session. I, Mrs. Rashi Rupesh Kamble, here to introduce today's dignitaries. I welcome President of today's session, Srimati Priyanka Raja Madam, Headmistress of Anuyog Vidyalaya Marathi Medium Primary Section. Honorable Shri Bhai Chindarkar Sir, Founder of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha. Honorable Srimati Rohini Tai, Secretary of Anuyog Shikshan Sanstha. Today's chief guest, Honorable Shri Ramakant Pandey Sir. He is retired principal of Agarwal High School, Vadala. He has received Maharashtra State Best Teacher Award. He is past president of Headmasters Association. I welcome you, sir, for today's session. As you all of you know, today's session is for social studies, that is history and geography. So here, Dr. Shivani Sachin Limay Madam is present with us to guide you for history subject. She is qualified with MA, PhD degrees. She was member of SCF in 2010 and master trainer at state level SCRT. She is engaged in textbook development of BOS for Bal Bharati Standard 3rd to Standard 12. She is member of Maharashtra Rajya Open School Board. She has performed many responsibilities in Maharashtra State Board for Standard 10th and 12th. She has arranged many workshops for the student of Standard 10th and 12th. Presently, she is working in Ferguson College, Pune. I welcome you, madam, for today's session. I request Irfana Miss to continue for the session. Thank you.
Thank you, Rashi Miss, for introducing our guests to our students. Now, I like to request our chief guest, Honorable Shri Ramakant Pandey Sir, to say a few words and give well wish to all the students of Maharashtra.
Irfana madam, I guess Ramakant sir is not yet joined the meeting. You can continue.
Okay. History is not a burden on memory, but an illumination of the soul. Now, I would like to call Dr. Mrs. Shivani Lima, Madam, to start the guidance of our students.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me share my screen first, and then I will start with my lecture. Let me take this opportunity to thank you. First of all, thank you, Anuyog, for giving me this opportunity. And I welcome you, all dear students. Unfortunately, we all are facing unprecedented events, unanticipated circumstances, and it's your achievement that I want you to settle with nothing more than success. And for that, history is going to be really helpful. Now, we will go through the PPT and understand more about this subject. Okay, so in history subject, there are total 7 units having 9 chapters. So you can see on your screen that there are 7 units associated with 9 chapters, out of which I have marked 2 chapters in red color. Chapter number 4, History of Indian Arts, and chapter number 6, Entertainment and History. Keeping COVID-19 pandemic situation in mind, Government of Maharashtra State Board this year have omitted these chapters from evaluation. Dear students, please understand that these chapters are omitted from evaluation, which means no question will be asked in board exam on these chapters. Okay. Does this mean that we will skip it from study? No, you will not skip these chapters from your study, because information from these chapters might be useful in writing answers in other chapters as well. So it's better to read and self-study on these chapters. Okay. Now, political science part. In political science part, there are total 6 units and 5 chapters. Okay. So 2 units, political parties national and political parties regional, are combined in only 1 chapter. So there are 5 chapters. Again, same drill, omitted from evaluation, which means no questions will be asked on this chapter. Challenges faced by Indian democracy. No questions will be asked on challenges faced by Indian democracy. Last chapter from political science part. Okay. Now, let us move ahead to the nature of worksheet. Okay. Now, this history and political science worksheet that is proposed for 10th standard is total of 40 marks, out of which 28 marks are allotted for history and 12 marks are allotted for political science. This is a worksheet. This is an activity sheet. Please understand. Kruti Patrika, as it is said in Marathi, which means you are asked to do some activities. And the name of the textbook is Applied History. That is, application of history in your day-to-day life is expected here. So everyone, please keep this in mind that this textbook and activity sheet are developed, are designed with constructivistic approach in mind. Here, when we talk about constructivistic approach, your answer, definitely your answer is going to be important, but the steps that you took to reach that answer are more important. Uttarapeksha त्या उत्तरापर्यंत पोहोचण्याची जी विचार प्रक्रिया झाली ती महत्वाची आहे. So dear students, here you have to keep this in mind. This whole textbook, both the history and political science part, are very closely associated with knowledge in day-to-day life, as the name of textbook itself is applied history. Application of the knowledge that you got from this textbook in your day-to-day life is important. Now, when we talk about the weightage given to every chapter, please understand the weightage given is not based on chapters. The weightage is based on units. Now we talked about units in previous slides. Here you can see there are 7 units having 9 chapters. So 4th unit, the weightage this year, I'm talking about this academic year, there is hardly any weightage for 4th unit. And as far as 5th unit is concerned, the whole weightage is now concentrated on 7th chapter. So 7th chapter is more important. You will not skip anything from studies as far as these units are concerned. So there is no section 1 or section 2. Both the papers, that is history and political science, are to be solved in the same answer sheet. 40 marks continuous papers having total 9 questions. Question numbers 1 to 5 are based on history, and question numbers 6 to 9 are based on political science. Okay, and the time that you will get to solve these 40 marks is 2 hours. Okay, now instead of going content wise, that is chapter wise, as now the exam is approaching, exam is nearing, I will be talking simultaneously about the nature of worksheet, activity sheet, I'll say, and the content in your textbook. Now, I hope you are ready with your pencils and notebooks. Feel free to ask any question, raise your hand, or put your question in the message box so that we can deal with it in the given time. Okay. Now I will start with the nature of activity sheet, the mark-wise division of questions. Okay. Let us start with question number 1A. Question 1A. Choose the correct alternative and write complete statement. Dear students, please understand that in the question itself, they have asked you to write complete statement, which means that there is a statement given. To every statement, there are 4 options given, out of which you have to find the correct one, put the correct option in the given blank space provided, and write complete statement. In science activity sheet or in while solving science paper, they have asked you to write the option only or write that particular word only. In history, you have to write whole sentence again. Okay, keep this in mind. Write whole sentence again. There are total 3 sentences and no internal option is there. To every correct sentence, you will get 1 mark. So question 1A carries total 3 marks. Okay. Now let us move ahead to the next question. Question 1B, identify and write the wrong pair in following sets. There are total 3 sets. Every set contains 4 pairs. In every set, out of those 4, 1 pair is incorrect. You have to find that incorrect pair. Correcting the incorrect pair is not expected here, dear students. You might have old version of your textbook which contains this type of question paper. Correct the incorrect pair. Now, in this activity sheet, you are not expected to correct the pair. You have to identify and write, find and write the incorrect pair. So, in your answer sheet, it is not necessary to write whole set, only write the incorrect pair. So in your answer sheet, you will write only 3 incorrect pair as there are 3 sets. Now, what type of questions will be asked? Say, for example, from question number 1 and 2, the historians and the country they belong to, Herodotus, Greece, René Descartes, French, Michael Foucault, French, and so on. Max Muller, he was German. Okay. So, historian and his country, historian and his literary work, historian and his school of thought. In third chapter, you will deal with questions like the world heritage and the site where it is located, or the art form of world heritage. Art forms, those are included in world heritage, and the state that they belong to. Okay. Or for example, they might combine information from various chapters and ask, like Srushti Institute is located at Bangalore, National Film Archives, Pune, Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj Vastu Sangrahalaya, Mumbai, National Archives of India, New Delhi, and so on. Or as far as 8th chapter is concerned, the tourism and history, various tourist places and the nature of tourism. For example, Nighoj, geographical tourism. Okay. So you have to be ready with such pairs. Okay. Keep this in mind. You are not expected to correct the pair, only identifying the incorrect pair will give you marks. Okay. So in your answer sheet, you will write only 3 pairs, not necessary to write whole set. Now I will move ahead to the next question, that is question 2A. Complete the following concept maps. If you have gone or if you have studied the previous papers, you will find that in the notes given in the beginning of this activity sheet, they have asked you to draw diagrams with pen. Okay, what does this mean? Whatever type of diagram is given in this concept map, it might be a concept web or a table or flow chart, different types of concept maps you can see here. Complete the table, arrange the historical events in a chronological order. So various types of questions can be asked here. So whatever type of question is asked, what you are expected to do? You have to draw that with pen. What does this mean? It's okay if you draw the outline with pencil, but whatever is asked, whatever information is to be filled in that diagram, without failure, that information is to be filled with pen. If you write it down with pencil, that will not be corrected. So from this question onwards, there will be internal options, which means there are 3 concept maps or the figures, the diagrams asked, out of which you are expected to solve any 2. Okay. Now we'll deal with every type of concept map. You can see here, it's a rectangular shaped concept map. First one, in 2 places they have given names of the historians, and in 2 places they have given the textual work, or names of schools, Orientalist historiography and Marxist historiography, and in 2 places V.V. Mirashi and Dr. Babasaheb Ambedkar, the names of historians or name of thinkers. Now here, where the name of thinker is given, you will have to write the school that the thinker is associated with, and where the name of school is given, you will have to write the name of thinker who is associated with that school. Okay. Now, here is another type of complete the table. Whatever information is marked in blue will be ... Okay. So that will be the empty place, which everything here, but that is the information that you will be filling. So thoughts and thinkers, or quotation of what that thinker said. Who said never to accept anything for true till all grounds of doubts are clear? Obviously, Rene Descartes. So you will write name of Rene Descartes, or if name of Michael Foucault is given, then you will have to write his saying that archaeology does not strive to reach the ultimate historical truth, but attempts to explain various transitions in the past. Okay. So that was about the table type of question. I know this question is from chapter number 4. Chapter number 4 is omitted for this year only from evaluation. This will not be asked in your paper because this is a concept be asked. So next question is flow chart. गोंधळ करायचा नाही, हा प्रश्न येणार नाही, हा चौथ्या धड्यामधला होता. नेक्स्ट इज फ्लो चार्ट. Here, the tangible sources of history, you will give 2 examples. Intangible sources of history, you will give 2 examples. Next is timeline. This is from chapter number 5. Okay. The timeline Ashwani, timeline associated with Doordarshan. Okay, everything is mentioned here. You will have to fill. In 2 places they have given you the dates, and in 2 places the events. Okay, so what we will do, we will first complete whatever I want to give, the information that I want to give, and then we'll deal with the questions that the students are asking. Is that okay with you all? Okay. Now, dear students, please understand that question number 1A, 1B, and 2A in our terminology, in teachers' terminology, these are objective questions. What does that mean? These are mark earners for you. You have to be prepared for, particularly for these questions. Question numbers 1A, 1B, 2A from history part, and question number 6 and 8B from political science part. These are mark earners. Irrespective of whoever corrects the paper, you will get full marks if you have written that particular word correctly. Why I am saying this? Because from question 2B onwards, there will come subjectivity. Now, what does this mean? There are few teachers who say that, okay, chalo bachcho ne kuch to likha hai, marks de do. And some teachers are like that. No, the answer is not as I expected, so I'll cut half mark. So here, the subjectivity, the point of view of teacher. Ganesh, I'll deal with your question later. Okay, just हात खाली करा. आता मी प्रत्येकाला प्रश्न विचारायची संधी देणार आहे. So, question 2B onwards, what you will have to do? Question 2B onwards, you will have to strive really hard for marks. Question 1A, question 1B, 2A, 6 and 8B. These 5 questions are your mark earner questions, and you will get full marks if you have written that word correctly. You're getting this point? So let us move ahead to the next question. That is question 2B, write short notes. As the name of your book itself is applied history, here you have to give examples, suitable examples from your day-to-day life. There are total 3 questions, out of which you are expected to solve any 2. Okay. For example, if you are asked Akashvani and history, then you will have to give suitable example. For example, exactly midnight 14th August 1947 we got independence. We celebrate our Independence Day on 15th and Pakistan celebrates it on 14th. The very same morning, then Prime Minister or the first Prime Minister of India addressed the nation, and his speech is stored in radio archives. Name of his speech is Tryst with Destiny, Niyatishi Karar. We adopted our constitution in 1950. You all know that. Dr. Baba Saheb Ambedkar addressed the nation from platform of the parliament And even this speech is also available in radio archives. Is it not the source of history? Is it not authentic? Is it not contemporary and primary? Definitely. So, whatever information we get with the help of Akashvani helps us in understanding the history of that time. Therefore, we say that Akashvani or the radio is associated with history. So here what I have done, I have given an example. You will give similar examples to support your answer. And that's the important thing. Okay. Let us move ahead to the next question. Question 3A. Explain the statements with reasons. There are total 4 statements, I'm sorry, out of which you will have to solve any 2. So more internal option is there. There are 4 questions out of which you may solve any 2. Okay. Now I have taken liberty of finding one question from your textbook itself. But the answer to this question is not given in the textbook. So how to write answers? So the question is, Doordarshan is effective than other media. Okay. How will you prepare for the answer? Here, again I am saying, the name of the textbook itself is applied history. You will apply the knowledge in your day-to-day life and then answer. So my first point will be Doordarshan is audio visual. Anyone can watch Doordarshan. It is easily available. Nowadays it is available in your mobile also. It is affordable. It is available in regional languages. Now this is the important plus point as far as Doordarshan is concerned. In vast country like India, in a geographically, linguistically vast country like India, it is necessary to offer programs in a regional languages. This is a very important mass media. For me, it is not necessary to be literate. If I want to read the newspaper, I have to be literate. I must read and write, and then only I will understand whatever information. But as far as Doordarshan is concerned, it is not necessary that a person be literate to watch the TV. Anyone can watch the TV. And this is the direct media. Direct telecast is possible. Newspaper is limited in this area. Whatever information that is collected before 11 o'clock in the evening, 11 o'clock at night, is printed in next day's paper. But there is no such limitation to Doordarshan. Direct telecast is available. So Doordarshan is more effective than other media. So what I have done here, I have compared it with radio, I have compared it with newspaper, and then I have stated that Doordarshan is more effective than the other media. Now, how to write answer? Pardon me with my handwriting. This is my handwriting that you will see. But if I put a mind map in the beginning and then write the answer, whoever corrects the paper, it may be from Pune or Mumbai or Nagpur or any place from Maharashtra, whoever corrects the paper, they will understand that, okay, the students has given a thought and understands every point, and very easily you can score marks here. So instead of writing essay types, this is another question that I have written for you. Instead of writing essay type, if you try and write it point wise and put a mind map, so it will be beneficial for you. Okay. I'll move ahead to the next question. Read the following passage and answer the questions based on it. Okay. Now, you already are familiar with this particular type of question because you have solved these questions in languages. But dear students, please understand, objective of history is different than objective of languages. In languages, they will want to check if you have this ability to read and write. In history, we are not checking ability to read and write. We are checking your aptitude, your attitude for history. Okay. So there are total 3 questions on this. No internal option. First 2 questions carry 1 mark And the third question majoritarily is open-ended and it carries 2 marks. Now, you can see one paragraph here. This paragraph is from chapter number 2. And they have asked 3 questions based on this paragraph. Okay. Now, I will deal with the last 2 questions. Why Tuzuk-i-Babari is important source of history? So, dear students, here you will have to explain what is a source of history. Was I present 400 years ago? No. Then how will I understand about that time or that particular situation? Only with whatever is written in that time. Tuzuk-i-Babari is autobiography written by Babur himself, who talks about the places he visited, his wars, and we all know that he was the founder of Mughal Empire. And this is why his autobiography is contemporary, primary, literary source of history. प्राथमिक साधन झालं, नंतरच्या काळात गेलं का ते? नाही. If I ask you to try and recall your classroom from standard 1, it will be a bit difficult for you. But if I ask you to try and recall your classroom from standard 9, then it will be easy for you because that is recent. काळ जसा पुढे जातो तशा इव्हेंट्स विसरल्या जातात. बाबरांनी तेव्हा लिहून ठेवलंय म्हणून महत्वाचं आहे. Why this is important source of history? Because it's written by Babur himself and it is from that time. Okay, if you write this, that this is primary, contemporary, literary source of history, then you will get mark. Okay, and I'm sure you have studied this from standard 6. Standard 6, first chapter was sources of history. Standard 7, first chapter was sources of history. Standard 8, first chapter was sources of history. And standard 9 also, first chapter was sources of history. Of course, in every standard, you dealt with history of different time frame. In 6th, ancient, 7th, medieval, 9th, 8th, the Indian freedom struggle, and 9th, the very recent times till 2000. So, in every time frame, the sources of history changed accordingly. You will understand, you already have studied that part. Now, the last question. Why Akbarnama is important from critical point of view? I'm sure you have studied this, you have discussed this with your teachers. Akbarnama, please mind that Abul Fazl was paid servant in royal court of Akbar. He was asked to write biography of Akbar. Will he write anything that is against Akbar? Definitely not. But here Abul Fazl himself says that whatever I have written in Akbarnama, I have checked it for authenticity. जे मला खरं वाटलं, जे मला योग्य वाटलं, तेवढंच मी फक्त लिहिलेलं आहे पुस्तकामध्ये. So this is very realistic picture. This is very close to the phenomenon of historiography. And that is why it is important from historical point of view. So please understand that the knowledge of history is to be checked in this type of questions. Okay. Now let us move ahead to question number 5. Answer the following questions in detail. So there are total 4 sub questions having 3 marks each, out of which you are expected to solve any 2. So it includes questions like answer in detail with the help of table. No table is there. This table part is for 9th standard. No table in 10th standard. Explain the historical process. Identify points of similarity and difference. Okay, this question is there. Identify difference between indoor and outdoor games and causes behind any historical event, and the essay type questions. Observe the diagram and answer the following questions. Okay, so I have taken liberty of solving one answer for you. Explain the need of mass media. Okay, Now, what is mass media? So mass media is anything that will help people to gain knowledge. That is mass media. In China, I'll give example. Okay, in China, there is only one television channel, the government one. There is only one newspaper. Again, the government oriented newspaper. Okay, all the social networking sites are like Facebook and WhatsApp are banned in China. So is this the real picture of free flow of information? No. Whatever the government feels adequate for people, only that information is provided to people. So that is not the face of democracy that we are talking about. Real. So you're getting this point. So in India, mass media acts as platform where people can voice their opinion. So you can see here that I have given 6 to 8 points. Okay, these points are, some are textual and some are non-textual. Still you have this I don't know preconceived notion in mind. For 2 marks I will write 4 points, for 3 marks I'll write 6 points. No, please keep any such notion aside, keep it aside. काय आपण जेवढं उत्तर आहे तेवढं मी लिहीन, असं मनाशी ठरवायचं. ओके, again this is the textual question. Observe the picture and answer the questions based on it. Now let us move ahead to the political science part. Questions 6 to 9 are based on political science. Same drill. Question 6 is like question 1A. Choose the alternative and write the complete statement. Writing complete statement is important. As far as the objective questions are concerned, dear students, avoid overwriting, avoid scribbling. एक उत्तर खोडून त्याच्यावर दुसरं लिहायचं. The examiners are instructed to accept the first answer. म्हणजे मी सुरुवातीला एक आन्सर लिहिलं आणि शेवटी आणखीन एक दुसरा आन्सर लिहून ठेवलं जे करेक्ट आहे, पण त्याला मार्क मिळणार नाहीत, कारण एक्झामिनर पहिलंच ऍक्सेप्ट करणार आहे. तुम्ही जे पहिलं उत्तर लिहिलंय ते ऍक्सेप्ट होणार आहे. अँड इफ यू स्क्रिबल डाऊन, इफ यू रीराईट, that will create a bad impression for your paper. Okay, so you have to keep this in mind that overwriting, scribbling is not good for good impression of your paper. So there are total 2 statements and you have to solve both two, carrying 1 mark each. There is no internal option. Okay, now let us move ahead to question 7. State whether the following statements are true or false and give reason for your answer. Dear students, please understand that there are 2 stages in this question itself. First, you have to identify whether the given statement is true or false. Another thing is you have to justify your answer. So even if the statement is true, you will have to justify, and even if the statement is wrong, you will have to justify, which means identification whether the statement is true or false gets 1 mark, and the justification or the reason that you are providing for your answer will get 1 mark. So there are total 2 marks. Now some questions are asked, like silly questions, I'll say. If identification is incorrect, that if the statement is correct and I have written incorrect statement and I have written the explanation correctly, will I get 2 marks or 1 mark at least? No, you will not get mark, because even if the explanation is incorrect, your explanation was for the statement that you said is incorrect, where in reality the statement is correct, which means you're not understanding the concept itself. So 1 mark for identification, तिथेच तुम्ही चुकलात तर 2 मार्क गेले, and another mark for the reason, the justification. Okay, now let us move ahead to the next question, that is question 8A. Explain the following concepts. Dear students, please understand that every subject has a terminology. Every subject has some terms, some concepts. For example, in political science, the allied government, the VVPAT, okay, many such concepts, the midterm elections, the political party. So many such concepts are there. There are total 17 concepts, by the way, in your textbook, which you may be prepared. I'm sure by this time now you are prepared with everything. So there are total two concepts asked, out of which you will explain any one. Now, if you are to explain the concept by election, okay, what a by election means is given in your textbook, but they have not given when by elections are conducted. This is something that you will discuss with your teachers or parents and then will write or will explain. Okay. So explanation is important and writing point wise is important. Again, political party. नॉर्मली ते जे बॉक्समध्ये आहे ना ते निग्लेक्ट करता तुम्ही सगळं. पॉलिटिकल पार्टीचे जे क्रायटेरिया आहेत ना ते बॉक्समध्ये दिलेत. कुणाला नॅशनल पार्टी म्हणायचं, विच इज टू बी कॉल्ड नॅशनल पार्टी अँड विच इज टू बी कॉल्ड regional party is given in the box. You must not skip that. Or the alliance, NDA or other alliance is mentioned. Now dear students, please understand, the present Lok Sabha, there is straight away majority to BJP. Still it's an alliance. And Manmohan Singh's tenure, that was also alliance. So you will have to give suitable examples and then try and write the answer. Okay. Question 8b is similar to question Irfana Sayed. I'll deal with your question in a coming time. Just let me explain first whatever I want to say and we'll deal with that. Okay, ma'am? Yes. So question 8b is very much similar to question 2a from history part. Okay. Same drill. You have to draw figures. It may be a concept web, a table, whatever it is, you have to fill the information with pen. Okay. So there are total 2 figures given, 2 diagrams given, out of which you are expected to solve any one. The fundamental or basic structure of the constitution. So there are total 5 points. 1 point might be given to you and they might ask you to fill other 4. So this is a concept web. The process, the stages concept. For example, the stages in the election. Okay, there are total 8 stages in election, out of which any 4 will be provided to you in the question itself, in the activity sheet itself, and the remaining 4 you will have to fill. Now here you will have to keep in mind that maintaining the order is the most important thing as far as process is concerned. For example, counting of vote will not fall after the result. So counting of vote हे आधी येईल आणि रिझल्ट, डिक्लेरेशन ऑफ रिझल्ट हे नंतर येईल. हे लक्षात ठेवायचं, विसरायचं नाही. ओके. Then questions on timeline. Okay, I have given this. It's a timeline question. Complete the given timeline about the workers' movement. Okay, or this is the table question. Political parties, national parties or regional parties, anything can be asked in this type of question. Okay. Now let us move ahead to the last question of there are total 2 questions, out of which you are expected to solve any one. Now, as we all know that last chapter is omitted this year. Okay. So questions like changing nature of political election commission or structure of election commission, many such questions, or challenges in conducting free and fair elections, the characteristics of movements, okay, or various movements. environmental movement. Questions, you every correct answer will get 2 marks. And the last point that I want to share with you is about the open-ended questions. Okay. Now these open-ended questions, irrespective of the subject, it may be asked in language, in history, in geography, in science also, there are open-ended questions. Dear students, please understand that do not write anything that is against the very objective of that particular subject. Okay. So if you are asked to explain, suggest some measures to protect the historical places, and you will write, okay, that's my opinion, that's my personal response, I'll not do anything. Here, negative answer is not incorrect, but your attitude is not developed and you're writing something that is against the objective of history. History students must have this attitude to conserve the historical heritage that we have. Okay. If you are asked to increase percentage of voting in your locality, what you will do? Suggest. And if a student's right, I'll not do anything, I'll just use this day as a going to be citizen of India in future, and you're saying this? No, it is your duty to increase percentage of voting. Why it is said that? Because it is expected that every person be active in this process of democracy. This democracy will survive. नुसतं गव्हर्नमेंटला क्रिटिसाइज करून आपण भागणार नाहीये. इट्स आवर ड्युटी because it's us who choose the representatives, right? And last questions here you can see, it's from the box, so do not skip boxes. Boxes वरचे प्रश्न येऊ शकतात. Which democratic institutions should be started to migrate from democratic setup to from non-democratic setup to a democratic setup? India is excellent example of the shift from non-democratic to democratic. So what is a non-democratic setup? A colony, military dictatorship, aristocracy, that is king's rule. So these are non-democratic setups. So what India did? India created a governance at 3 levels: local self-governing bodies, the states, and the center. And 3 pillars of the democracy, that is the judiciary, the executive, and the legislative. And these 3 pillars, they work independently, and that is why we say that India's democracy is one of the largest democracy. तुम्ही हे 6वी पासून शिकत आलेला आहात पुढे. So my suggestion is read information, read texts from previous standards also. The teachers should also read previous standard textbooks and help the students to write answers to these questions. Okay. Now, how to be prepared for the exam. So there are few tips that I have given. Consistency. So today I studied for say 12 hours and next day I just slept. Will that be adequate? No. And follow that timetable. Prepare for one-liners. Now what a one-liner mean? Group करा मुलांचा. 8-9 मुलांचा एक group करा. Divide the work. Find one-liners from every chapter. So किती असतील एका धड्यात? 9-10. So find one-liners and write down these one-liners. Share with others. If possible, display these one-liners and you will be prepared for 1A, 1B, 6, 8B and 2A. 5 प्रश्नांची तयारी तुमची होणार आहे अशा वन लाइनर्स मधनं. तो कसाही फिरू दे प्रश्न, तो इनकरेक्ट पेअरला येऊ दे, तो you will be prepared. Another thing is practice. Now solving these questions needs practice, especially the concept map questions. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we all are facing this pandemic. So take adequate rest. No teacher, no student, no parent will ask you to study 24/7. Okay, so take adequate rest, good food and quality me time. मी 4 तास अभ्यास केल्यावर थोडा वेळ टीव्ही बघेन, खेळायला जाईन, पुस्तक वाचेन, गाणं ऐकेन. So have that me time. Don't hesitate to ask questions. If you don't understand anything, it's your right. Honorable Supreme Court of India, they have defined the students as consumers. So you are already familiar with the consumer movement, and it is your right to get the knowledge. So don't hesitate to ask questions, and more importantly, enjoy the study. काहीतरी आई वडिलांनी मारून काहीतरी अभ्यासाला बसवलंय, don't do that. Enjoy your study. Study with your heart, and this study will help you in getting marks. Adequate writing in the examination. Whatever we studied throughout the year is to be evaluated in those 2 hours. So without failure, you will study hard and then write adequately. Mummy, एवढं का लिहायचं? History is lengthy. You have to write that. Okay? Don't be lazy. Adequate writing. And lastly, start every new question on new page. So you can solve sub questions. Question number 1A, 1B on the same page. But for 2A, you have to start on new page. Question number 6, I know that there are only going to be 2 lines because choose the correct alternative and complete the statement. Still, without failure, when you start with question number 7, you will flip the page. You will start the question number 7 on next page. Okay. So that was all. I'll stop sharing and we have 5 minutes. I'll request the teachers to facilitate so that I can answer all the questions asked by students, and then you can move ahead to the geography part. Yes, Irfana ma'am.
Yes. Better than 1,000 days of diligent studies is one day with a great teacher. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much for guiding our children. Please clear their doubts. They have some doubts. Bhavna Prajapati, one of our students, Bhavna Prajapati, want to ask one question to you.
Yes, Bhavana.
Yes, miss.
Yes, hello, Bhavana.
Yes, miss. Miss, I was asking, identify the wrong pair. We have to just write incorrect pair, na?
Yes, only incorrect pair. You're not expected to write the set, full set. No, only incorrect pair is to be written. So you will write in all only 3 pairs in the answer sheet. Okay, Bhavana?
Yes, miss.
Best luck. Who is next?
Thank you.
Miss, one more question is there on our YouTube channel, that is Faizan Molani. He is asking, did he will get marks if his main answer is wrong, but he had written extra question answers?
Okay. As far as extra questions are concerned, every subjective question, there are internal options. Out of 4, write any 2. Out of 3, write any 2. So, even if one answer is incorrect, but the student has written other 2 answers correctly, then obviously that student will get marks. Only corrected, yes, correct answers will be checked. They will be evaluated. They will be considered.
Okay. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Yes.
Now I request to Rashi madam to give introduction of Mr. Atul Kulkarni sir, who will give the guidance of geography subject.
Sure. I'll take your leave. Dear students, all the best wishes to you all. Settle with nothing less than success.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for attending our program.
Thank you.
Thank you, Irfana miss. Students, you have just watched guidance of history subject. Dr. Limay madam have cleared your all the doubts. Now, second subject expert, Shri Atul Dinanath Kulkarni sir is present here with us to guide you for geography subject. He is postgraduate in geography with B.Ed. He has 25 years experience of teaching geography at various levels. He is member of Academic Council of State Education Board. He was resource person for geography by NCERT New Delhi, as well as by State Education Department. He is honored by National Ideal Teacher Award. Presently, he is working in MIT Junior College, Pune. I welcome you, sir. We are very glad to have you as a subject expert for today's session. Now I request Irfana Miss to continue rest of the session.
Thank you so much, Rashi Miss, for giving introduction of Atul Kulkarni, sir. Okay, the study of geography is about more than just memorizing places on a map. It's about understanding the complexity of our world, appreciating the diversity of culture that exists across the continent, and in the end, about using all the knowledge of help bridges divide and bring peoples together. I request to Mr. Atul Kulkarni, sir, please carry forward our program with the guidance of geography subject. Please.
Thank you. First of all, I would like to give thanks to the organizing team, okay, for organizing such program. And I think it is very much needed in this time because now we are all we are suffering from this pandemic situation. And in that situation, I think that we have to keep ourselves steady in studies particularly. Okay, well, because what we are going to face and what we will face in future, we don't know. But we are going to give our exams offline, and for that we have to prepare ourselves for the examination. I know very well that all the students are going all this situation. Parents are also in a lot of tension. But the organizers, this Anuyog and such organizers are doing very much well in this pandemic situation to organize such programs online for the help of students. So I would like to give thanks to all organizers first of all. Okay, so let us start with geography. Geography is one of the part of social studies. I know very well that mathematics, science, these are the core subjects for you, and always you are studying these subjects. Social studies, in that there are two parts. Already you done about the history and political science, that is part one, and part two is geography. What is the fact of geography? Geography is very much useful for human life and our daily life. You know very well. But what is the situation is that I know, or maybe all of us know that geography is very much important, but still all of we are neglecting the subject. Okay, this is the truth of geography. Okay, why? Because we are giving only concentration to the other subject, the core subject like science and mathematics. But geography is also connected to this science and mathematics. Geography is not a part of only social studies. Due to some limitations in the school syllabus, it is kept in the social studies. But geography is connected to natural sciences and as well as social sciences. So geography is the bridge between natural and social sciences. But what all the reactions I'm getting about geography, because in geography, if you see that in schools particularly, geography is having last period, particularly on Saturday when school is on half day. Okay, so at that time students are rushed to home. They made their mind set up to go to the home, and at that time geography teacher start teaching geography, and that is why geography is little bit neglected. Even if you see that in examination, geography paper is the last paper. Even last year, that due to this pandemic situation, geography paper was cancelled, and that is why these type of thinking about geography, then it may create some negative approach about the subject. And some students are saying that no, geography is damn bored. It is useful, no doubt, but it is damn bored. So many rivers, so many mountains and plateaus and plains and all these things. How we'll learn all these things? It is the whole knowledge of the earth. So how we'll remember it? So such type of questions are there always about geography, and that is why geography is little bit neglected by the students. But friends, listen here. All these 6 subjects carries your aggregated percentage, and geography helps you lot of to score maximum in 10th standard examination. Geography is there for 40 marks, and you can score geography 40 out of 40. How to score it? This is the core point of my lecture. Okay, so whatever I am giving tips to you, I will give the information about that, how to write the paper, because all of you are learning a lot of from this whole year through online process. But now you are going to appear for examination. Whatever there is in your brain, in your head, in your mind, you are going to present by a written examination. So whatever you are going to write in the answer book, that is become important to get marks. And so your presentation in answer book is must, and it should be appropriate. And so how you should present your geography paper in front of examiner is the main point of the major point of my today's lecture. Okay, so let us start with the journey through the examination preparation of geography. Okay. Here, I would like to give two instructions and request to all of you. If you have any doubt, any query, if you want to do any comment, you are free to ask it in chat box. Okay. So please don't disturb me at that time. Okay. Another one is that all of we are meeting technical with the technical support. So maybe it will create some problem in this technical support always. So please be patient. Okay. I'm having my some alternative arrangement. So please keep patience. I will give all answers connected to geography. Okay. So please listen carefully. Okay. I'm going to switch off my video here and I'm sharing my PPT to you. Okay, so I think it is very much important that we have to learn tips and tricks of geography. Okay, uh, some students are having habit to do some unnecessary drawing in slides. Okay, I know all these tricks very well because I'm getting the names of that students. Okay, so please be careful. Okay. Okay, so friends, listen here. Just tips and tricks of geography. Now, this is your 10th standard textbook front page. What is your 10th standard textbook of geography? It having studies of India and Brazil, both countries, a comparative study of both countries. Now, this is first time in your life you are going to do, means you are studying comparative study of various countries. Okay, I know very well. You started learning geography in standard 3 through EVS subject, EVS part 2. From standard 6, you got separate textbook for geography. And from that, you start learning various concepts of geography, concepts connected to general geography, that is maybe a local time, standard time, tides, high tide, low tide, like that. Okay, or maybe some concepts like what is rock, what are the rocks, or maybe what is temperature, what is salinity, what is transportation, what is industrialization. Okay, such type of various concepts you learn through geography from separate textbook from standard 6, 7, 8, and 9. Now in 10 standard, there is no new concept for you, and that is why there is no glossary at the last of the book, textbook. Why? Because no new concept or no difficult word mentioned there. Okay, all that you learn in previous standards. Now here, what is the importance of 10 standard textbook? This is the textbook which is called as the textbook of application of your geographical knowledge. Okay, what is that application? Whatever you learn from 6 to 9, you should apply that knowledge, that concepts with the help of the comparative study of India and Brazil. And that is why this comparative study is become very much important for you. So here, you can do one thing, that when you study India and Brazil, you should focus on both countries with various geographical concepts. Like, for example, you know very well temperature. So what is the temperature difference between India and Brazil? Rainfall. What is the difference between India and Brazil? The rainfall difference. So is there any monsoon in Brazil? No. So is there any equatorial type of rain in India? So such type of comparative study is there. Now, why this comparison is needed in geography? Because geographical factors are different. And so to learn various characteristics of these geographical factors, we have to study various areas. Like all of you are listening my lecture in Mumbai, while I am giving this lecture from Pune. So if I compare Mumbai and Pune, which is very much near to each other, I say that geographically, the climate of Mumbai and Pune, I'm giving statement to you that Pune's climate is hot and dry, while Mumbai's climate is hot and wet. What is the difference? That Pune's climate is hot and dry. Why it is dry? Because there is no seashore in Pune. We have a largest water body in Pune is Khadakwasla Dam, while Mumbai is having seashore, and that is why humidity is more. So Mumbai's climate is wet. So this is the difference between the climate of Pune and Mumbai. How I explain this difference? By giving example of two different cities. Okay. So characteristic of different locations are different, and comparative comparison of these characteristics, it gives the geographical idea, geographical concepts, and give the knowledge of geographical concepts. So this is, I think, important point to study this geography textbook of 10th standard. So this textbook is connected with 9 chapters. These 9 chapters are mostly connected to the study of India and Brazil. But first chapter is different one, that is connected to practical geography. This practical geography chapter is connected to field study. Okay, from chapter number 2 to 9, all chapters are connected to the study of India and Brazil. In that, chapter number 2, location and extent, is connected to general geography. Then chapter number 3, 4, 5, that is physiography, climate and vegetation, connected to physical geography. And then chapter number 6 to 9, that is population to transportation communication, is connected to human geography. So 4 branches of geography: practical geography, general geography, physical geography, and human geography. 4 branches of geography you are learning through this textbook. So this is, I think, important point connected to the textbook. Let us go to the examination paper pattern. Now, all these chapters, the very first question coming from the student said, sir, which chapter is important for examination? Because students are having habit that which is the important chapter, or which one is the important. And then students start studying only that chapters. Okay. But here, our board has made all chapters important in geography. Okay. Particularly, if you see that chapter number 1, it is for 4 marks. Chapter number 2, location and extent, for 4 marks. Chapter number 3, physiography drainage, for 4 marks. Chapter number 4, climate is for 4 marks. Chapter number 5, natural vegetation, wildlife is for 5 marks. Chapter number 6, population, 5 marks. Human settlements for 5 marks. Economy and occupation, that is chapter number 8, for 4 marks. And tourism, transportation and communication, it is for 4 marks. So all 4 chapters all 9 chapters are important for 4 or 5 marks. So each and every chapter is connected to 4 or 5 marks. So it means that all chapters are near about equally important. Okay. So there is no specific chapter, and this pandemic situation, 25% syllabus is reduced for this year. But in geography, no chapter is reduced. In geography, no chapter is reduced. All chapters are there. Only few parts of some chapters, like maybe some activities, use your brain power, some map activities, okay, or maybe find out. Such activities, some activities are deleted. Okay, and lot of activities are there on every page of chapter. every chapter. So these activities are deleted, but geographical content and explanation is there. Okay, so that is why no specific chapter is deleted in geography. All chapters are there. Few activities from each chapters are deleted, and that I think you know very well. You should go through all these activities with the help of your geography teacher. Okay. Now let us start with paper pattern. Total 7 questions are there. Question number 1, that is objective type of question. We'll discuss it afterwards. Question number 2 is also objective type of question for 4 marks. Question number 3, that is also a short answer question, that is for 4 marks. Question number 4A, fill the map and make index for 4 marks. Question number 4B, observe the map, given map and answer the question for 4 marks. Question number 5, give geographical reasons for 6 marks, any 2. So each carries 3 marks. Question number 6A is draw diagram or graph and answer 3 questions. It is for 6 marks. There is an option for 6A. That option is 6B. So you can solve any one, 6A or 6B. 6B is read the graph or diagram and answer 6 questions. No option is there for 6 marks. And question number 7, answer in detail. That is for 8 marks. So each carries 4 marks. So this is your paper pattern. Total 7 questions are there for 40 marks. With option, it is for 60 marks. Now some instructions are mentioned starting with your question paper. Now few instructions are common. There is no need to read all these instructions. But you will get your question paper 10 minutes before you start writing. So that 10 minutes, use it carefully to read all questions and all instructions carefully from the question paper. Now first 2 instructions are very much common. Just go to the 3. Use map supplement of India and Brazil for question number 4A and attach it to main answer book. So it means that all of you are getting separate map supplement, map and graph supplement, okay, which is only one. No separate graph or no separate map supplement. Map and graph supplement is one supplement, okay, having map and also graph, okay. So you will get another supplement, one separate supplement at the time of examination, okay, to fill question number 4A. Now in that supplement, you have 4 pages, just like a regular supplement. Okay, the first page is having your information of your seat number and supplement number like that. Okay, below that you will get few lines. Okay, these lines you should use to write answer of 3 questions given in 6A, question number 6A. Okay, in that supplement, first page you will get few empty lines. You should use that lines to write answer of 3 questions given in question number 6A. Okay. If you turn the first page of supplement, you will get map of India at left side, and at right side, that page number 3, you will get map of Brazil with index. Both are having index below the map. Okay. You will get question in question number 4A either on India or on Brazil, not on both. Okay. So according to that, you should use the map, India or Brazil. Okay. If you use map of India because the question is connected to India, then Brazil map will remain empty as it is. Okay. Or vice versa. If you turn on last page, you will get graph. Last page is of graph page. So on that, you should draw graph of question number 6A. Okay. So this supplement you should attach with your main answer book by the thread supplied by the board. Okay. There is no use of stapler. Okay. So you should attach it tightly with the main answer book. Okay. After the main answer book. And you should, without fail, you should mention main answer book plus 1 supplement is equal to 2. Okay. So 1 supplement all of you are getting for map and graph with your answer sheet. So this instruction is mentioned here. Then use of stencil is allowed. What is stencil basically? Stencil is an outline of India and Brazil that you should make by your own efforts with the help of cardboard, or maybe it is, if it is possible, you can purchase it from stationery shop. Okay, it is an outline of India and Brazil, which is cut on cardboard or maybe on plastic. Okay, you are allowed to use it in examination hall, but on one point, don't write anything on the stencil. It should be empty. Don't write anything. Okay, you should carry it, keep it with you, and use it according to the need. Okay, wherever it is needed in answers, various answers. Which answers we'll discuss it afterwards. Okay, but you are eligible, or maybe you are allowed to carry the stencils with you. Okay. Next is that wherever diagrams and graphs you should draw, answer you should write by black or blue ink. Another one specialty of geography paper is that you should draw diagrams, you should fill map or draw a graph with the help of your black pencil, that is a regular pencil, HB pencil, or maybe color pencil. So you are eligible, or you are allowed to use color pencil. Okay. Now here I am saying color pencil, it means only color pencils, not crayons, not sketch pens, not oil pastels, not watercolors. Okay, only color pencil, and only where to draw diagram, to draw map, and for graph only, not anywhere in the answer sheet. Okay, to underline the major points, to underline the fill in the blanks. No, not allowed. Only allowed because it is clearly mentioned for drawing diagrams, graph, and map. Okay, otherwise you are free to use black pencil, regular pencil. Okay, and answer should be, if you written answer by pencil, it should not be considered. Okay, so that is why you should write your answers by pen. So let us go ahead. Question number 1. There are 3 options for examiner, for paper setter. Paper setter can ask any question from these 3 in question number 1. So all of you should prepare for all these activities. Now here, choose the correct alternative and complete the sentence. This is first one, you know very well. But read this carefully. Choose the correct alternative and complete the sentence. It means that you should write the whole sentence. Okay, and then choose the correct option, fill that blank space and underline it. Okay. Some students having habit that they are only writing answer. Okay, they are only mentioning that particular word of answer, and maybe they lose the marks because the clear instruction is mentioned here, complete the sentence. So you should complete the sentence here. Okay, some students having habit, they mention only sub question number, like A, option B, option C, like that. No, you should write the whole statement. Okay, like one example is here that Amazon basin is mainly dash. Options are A, characterized by droughts, B, filled by swamps, C, covered by dense forest, and D, fertile. Correct answer is covered by dense forest. So here you should write that question number 1, sub question number 1, answer, Amazon basin is mainly covered by dense forest, and underline covered by dense forest. Okay, so this is the correct way. If you mention only covered by dense forest, you will lose the marks. Or if you mention only C, that is the option number or option letter, you will also lose the marks. Okay, that is why it is compulsory to you to complete the whole sentence, write the whole sentence with correct option. Okay, identify the correct correlation and complete the chain. Here you will get 3 columns, A, B, and C. In A column, it is just like match the following. Okay, so you should match correct pairs, but in 3 columns. Okay, so that is why it is called a chain. Okay, so if A column, 4 factors are given there. Okay, you should join each factor with correct factor of B and correct factor of C. Then you will get full marks, full 1 mark. But if you lose any point of the chain, means if you mention A factor, but if you forget to join it with B, but if you correctly join it with C, then you will lose full marks. No marks will be there. Okay. So it means that what I want to say here, correct linking of the chain with A, B, and C, all linking should be there. Okay. It will give you 1 mark. If you lose any one link, you will lose whole mark. So that is why please be careful and solve it by making table. Okay. Don't write that factor of A, then dash, then factor of B, then dash. Don't write that. Write like that. Okay. Make column, mention there A, B, and C, and write answer of one A, B, C, answer of 2 A, B, C, answer of 3 A, B, C, proper connection. Okay. So like that, you should complete this, complete the chain. Identify the correct group. So various few groups will be there, and in that you should identify the group. Now these groups are various options are there. Okay, like maybe south flowing river, north flowing river. Okay, so in that you should join the correct group. So question number 1 is having 3 options. Anyone will come for the examination. So be practice for this question number 1. All these questions. It is for 4 marks. Question number 2, a very much familiar question for you, that is match the following. You know very well. Okay. In match the following, A column is there and B column is there. You should join correctly A with B. Okay. But sometimes what happens that some students mention C column and they mention answer over there in C column. Don't write like that. Yes. Who is there? That's Sneha.
Sir, I have sent you some one screenshot. Can you do that setting on your WhatsApp?
Yes, yes.
I have sent one screenshot. Please do that setting so that.
Okay.
So there is disable annotation option.
Okay. Is it in the remote control?
No, sir, more option.
More option. Okay.
Yes. Disable annotation.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, done, sir. Done, sir.
Thank you. Okay. So continue with. So match the following. Some students having habit that they are writing C column for answer. Don't write like that C column. Just join properly A with B in answer. Okay. Identify the odd factor. Now this question is also very much easy, but you should find out the odd factor. Now here, if I give the example to you that what is odd factor. So major crops of Brazil: A, cocoa; B, coffee; C, soybean; and D, jawar. So jawar is the odd factor. So you should mention direct answer over there with sub question number. Okay. Suppose sub question number 1, answer jawar. Okay, whatever, D, jawar. Okay, that answer you should mention here only. There is no need to write the whole question again. Okay, arrange the proper order of statement. So you will get few statements are there, and you should arrange it properly. Like that, arrange the following statement in proper orders. Preparation for field visit. A, visit to the place of field visit. B, selection of the place. C, report writing. And D, preparation for field visit. So what is the correct option? Correct option or correct order is that B, selection of the place. Then D, preparation for field visit. Then A, visit the place of field visit. And lastly, C, report writing. So that you should mention clearly. Okay. Complete the chain which already we discussed. Okay, and identify the odd pair. Now, odd pair, it means that suppose one example we'll take here, a river and tributary. Okay, so here if I took the example like Godavari, river Mula. Okay, then river Godavari, river Mula. Then another one is that river Indus, river Ravi. Then river Krishna, river Bhima, and then river Ganga, river Ganga, river Narmada. So here, river Ganga and Narmada is the odd pair, because what the pairs I mentioned here, these are the major rivers and their tributary. Here, Ganga and Narmada is not connected to each other because Narmada is different river. It is not tributary of river Ganga. Okay, so that you should find out and you should mention with sub question number. So there is no need to write the whole question, write answer over there. Okay, so these four options are there for question number 2 for 4 marks. Question number 3, that is right answer in one sentence. That I think you know very well. It's a very much familiar question. Every year this question is coming there. Okay. Here you should write the whole sentence, full sentence answer. Okay. So here it means that which is the capital of Brazil. So Brasilia is the capital of Brazil. Okay. Don't write only Brasilia, only one word. Write the whole sentence. That is important for you. And write it only one sentence. Don't explain it in 2-3 sentences. Okay. Any 4 out of 5. Then give names. Okay. Few questions like that. Suppose an island which developed at the mouth of river Amazon. Like give name. Morojo Island. Okay. A triangular shaped region developed at the mouth of river Ganga. It's called as Delta or Sundarbans. So like that, such type of names you should write, and for that you will get one mark for each. So 4 names will be there. You should write, each carries 1 mark. State right or wrong. Here you should write there only correct, true or false, right or wrong. Okay. Don't change the wrong statements. There is no need to change wrong statements and no need to correct it. Okay. Previously it was there, but now it is not there. You should only mention right or wrong. Okay. So for that, various questions are there. Like that, suppose Brazil is mainly located in South Hemisphere. It is correct or right. Okay. So you should mention there question number 3, sub question number 1, answer right. Okay. Or maybe Tropic of Capricorn passes through center of India. False or wrong. So question number 3, sub question number 2, false. Like that. Identify the type according to the statement. So this is already been discussed that one statement you will get, and according to that you should find out the type of that particular geographical feature. Differentiate following and write short notes. These are the 2 another questions having option for examiner. These questions are quite different than the above one. These questions are short answer questions. That will be descriptive questions. And that is why option also change. Any 2 out of 3. Here, when you are writing differentiate, you should make column. Okay. Write one part at left side and write another part at right side. Okay. And write the opposite comparative points in front of each one. Okay. Suppose like river Ganga and river Amazon. So suppose if you want to write that river Ganga is a major river of India, in front of that, in right column, you should mention there at right side in another column, river Amazon is the major river of Brazil. So like that, you should write, don't write in paragraphs. Okay. Here I would like to give one instruction to you. In geography, don't write answers in paragraphs. Write only by points. Okay. Points are important in geography. With that, some students are asking me that, sir, how much points required for that specific marks? Suppose if the question is of 3 marks, so how much points require there? My friends, listen here carefully. Marks and points are not connected to each other. Points are connected to content of the answer, not marks. Suppose if question is of 3 marks, maybe some questions having 3 points only, so each carries 1 mark. Maybe one question, some question having 2 points only, so each carries 1.5 mark. And maybe some question having 4, 5, or 6 points, so each carries half mark. So what I want to say, it is depend on the content of the answer. Whatever that answer require, according to the question, according to that you should make the points. So points are not connected to the marks. Okay, like 3 marks, 6 points, 3 marks, 4 points. It is not like that. Okay. So here you should write points according to the answer. Okay. Whatever that demand of that answer, content of the answer. Write short notes. Here also, any 2 out of 3, you should make maybe according to that 2, 3, 4 points in short notes with examples. Wherever it is possible for you, give geographical examples for that short note. Okay. So like that, you should complete this question number 3 for 4 marks. Now here, the core point of geography paper. Geography paper, your geography paper is connected, or maybe heart of your geography paper is question number 4A. That is map question. Wherever your paper will go from Chanda to Banda, that is Nagpur to Kolhapur, every examiner of geography, first he open your paper and open question number 4A first. You observe your map work, and according to that, he keep your presentation in his mind, your appearance in his mind. Okay, and that is why map question is very much important for you. Map question is the heart of geography. Map question is a skill-based question. Here, student shows his skill. Students, those who want to score out of marks in geography, they should score maximum marks in map. Those who present map very well in geography paper, they easily goes to the out of marks. So please listen here that question number 4A is very much important. Here you will get map of India or Brazil, any one map. Okay, 6 points connected to that country. You should show any 4 for 4 marks. How? By this way. Okay. You should show by this way, by pencil, black pencil or color pencil. And without fail, you should fill the index, because index, filling of index carries half mark. Okay. Vice versa, students asking, one student asked me that, sir, if I forgot to show point in the map, but I fill that index, shall I get half mark? No. Because map showing is the skill which required in examination. And you are failed to show your skill. You are only filling the index, so you will not get the marks. Okay. So here, filling of map with filling of index, both is important for you. Okay. How to show? Suppose question number 1, sub question number 1 is show New Delhi, capital of India. So here I showed New Delhi with one hollow circle and one dot is there. And I mentioned only number 1, okay, which is asked in question paper. Okay. And in index, in question number 1, in front of that, I draw a sign over there of New Delhi, and I mention the details, New Delhi, capital of India. Okay. Like Western Himalaya, I show the region of Western Himalaya over here. Okay. And only I mention sub question number 2 over there, because it is sub question number 2 in question paper. And in front of sub question number 2 in index, I made sign over there. I draw sign over there of sub question number 2, and I mention the details Western Himalaya. So like that, you should show all factors here. Don't forget to mention correct sign with correct question, sub question number. Okay. If you are drawing the sign of sub question number 2 in front of sub question number 3, then you will lose full marks. If it is correct in the map, you will lose full marks. Why? Because you forgot the correct sub question number. So please carefully draw sub question number. Okay. Don't write anything on the map. Only draw, only write their sub question number in the map. Show the specific sign over there and fill the index with proper sub question number. When you are showing a river, show the direction flow in river and in transportation routes. Show the direction flow. Here I showed direction flow of river Narmada, west flowing river. Okay. So without fail, show it. Okay. Whatever, which index, which signs you should use, all it is given in textbook, and also take the help of your geography teacher. Question number 4B, read the following map and answer the questions given below. Here you should read a map of India or Brazil, okay, which will be there in the paper. So read it carefully and answer any 4 questions out of 5 given below the map. Here, reading of map is very much important, and that is why you should be carefully read the map. It is for 4 marks. When you are writing answer, you should write it only 1 or 2 lines, not more than that. Maybe one question will be there, like write your opinion. Then you should elaborate it 2-3 lines. Question number 5, give geographical reasons, any 2 out of 4. Here, one question carries 3 marks. And for that, according to that, you should write the specific answer over there. Okay, like one question is there in geography, question number, chapter number 5, wildlife is decreasing day by day in India. And answer is given in the book. What is that answer? Poaching, pollution, and rapidly occurring deforestation. So only 3 words are there for 3 marks. So is it enough for 3 marks? No. Then what you should do? You should elaborate. You should explain these 3 words. How? Because already you learn all these words in previous standards. You know very well what is poaching. You should give the example of poaching in various regions of India. Like you can take the example of Virappan and Madhumalai forest. Such type of activities are there. Or maybe pollution in forest. You know very well because you learn pollution in 8th standard, in 9th standard, in science and in geography also. Then rapidly occurring deforestation. So what are the causes of deforestation? You learn it in previous standards. So please prepare your answer with these points. Give some examples over there according to your thoughts. Okay, mention it. Check it by your teacher and write the answer. So it means that 3 words are given there. You should explain these 3 words with elaboration of these points with geographical examples. So by this way, you should write geographical reasons. Question number 6A, once again, it is question connected to graphical question and skill-based question. This 6A, you should draw a graph, a diagram with the help of statistical information. When you are drawing the graph, you should draw it by 3 marks are there. Out of 6, 3 marks are there for graph. And 3 marks are there for 3 questions will be there in the question paper based on this graph. You should answer that questions. Okay. So for graph, 3 marks are there which are divided by this way. 1 mark is there for your heading and subheading. In this graph, question number 6A, simple bar graph is the heading. So there are few types of graphs, line graph, multiple line graph, simple bar graph, compound bar graph, okay, multiple bar graph. So according to that, you should give that main heading. What is subheading? Subheading is given in statistical data. Per capita income of Brazil is here in this example in US dollar. So this carries 1 marks. Then you should write scale at right hand side, x-axis scale, y-axis scale. So correct selection of scale is carries 1 mark. According to your graph paper, you should select a proper scale. It should not be too long or too short. Okay. According to that, you should draw the graph. Drawing correctly presentation, graphical presentation with the scale is carries 1 mark. So 3 marks are divided is your correct presentation according to the scale, then writing of scale and writing of heading and subheading. So these 3 marks are divided by this way. Once again, the question is there. So if I write only scale and heading, shall I get 2 marks? No, because drawing of graph is important skill which we required from student. And if it is incomplete, then how you will get marks? So you should complete the graph and write all these things. But if you forget to write scale, you will lose 1 mark. That is why please be aware and solve by this way. Write 3 questions, answer of 3 questions in 1 line only. If maybe last question will be there like that, write your opinion with the trend of this graph, then explain it in 2-3 lines, not more than that. Okay. There is an option for this question, that is 6B. So you can select 6A or 6B. It is depend on you. If you are confident and if you want to score maximum with confidence, then go for question number 6A. But you are not confident with drawing of graph, then go for 6B because it is quite easy. One graph or diagram is printed in the question paper. You should read that diagram carefully and answer 6 questions. What is the problem is here? There is no option. You should write answer of all 6 questions. These answers are also only 1 or 2 lines, not more than that. Okay. It is for 6 marks. This way. So this type of graphs will be there. You should observe these graphs carefully and write answers connected to the graph. 6 questions will be there. Now question number 7, write answer in detail or explain. This question is long answer question. Any 2 out of 3. Here, 1 option is reduced. It was out of 4, but now it is out of 3 because syllabus is reduced. That is why any 2 out of 3. You should select any 2. Each carries 4 marks. Here, once again, points are connected to your content of answer. Okay, so that is why I'm not going to give that 4 points, 5 points, 6 points are important. Okay, elaborate your answer according to geographical explanation. Okay, with points and with geographical examples. And after completion of your answer, attach some map with the use of stencil connected to that answer. Suppose if you are writing about the location and extent of India and Brazil, a detailed question, then you should write about that geographical location of India, then geographical location of Brazil, latitude, longitude, then hemisphere, then continents, then neighboring countries, then neighboring geographical features like Arabian Sea, Bay of Bengal, Pacific Ocean, Atlantic Ocean, like that. So when you are giving all this information, then you should draw outline of Brazil and outline of India and show latitude, longitude, major neighboring countries, okay, and show that with the help of stencil. Showing of all these things with the help of stencil, is there any specific marks keep separately for this showing of stencil? No, there is no separate marks for showing all these things by stencil. But if you are showing your skill, it creates positiveness in the mind of examiner, and it will become helpful for you when you are going to reach 40. Okay, and you are competing others, then your paper will once again recheck by chief moderator, and at that time these points will help you to score maximum marks, to score out of marks in geography. And that is why if you use stencil in short note, if you use within few seconds, for that you should do practice at home. Okay, within few seconds you should draw outline of that particular part and show that factor which is connected to that content. If you want to write short note on river Amazon, then draw the northern part of Brazil with the help of stencil and show Amazon river there and mention that this is Amazon river basin. Okay, so it creates some skills, it shows some skills, okay, and your paper than others, and it will helpful to you to score maximum marks in geography. So this is all about question number 7. Here, if you see that short answer questions are having maximum marks. So this middle order batting is very much important to score, to increase your run rate. Okay, and that is why so short answer question, that is question number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. These questions are very much important for you. Here I am giving one. Just a minute. Okay. Okay. So here, it is a approximate timetable for you for your answer paper. It is of 2 hours at 120 minutes. Okay. Question number 1, that is objective for 4 marks. You should solve it for in 5 minutes. 5 minutes will be there. It is as per my calculations, according to your writing speed, uh, your habits, you can change it. Question number 2, 4 marks. It is only for 5 minutes. It's enough for you. Question number 3, answer in one sentence or maybe write short notes or differentiate between. Here I am giving 15 minutes for you. Okay. Then question number 4A, fill the map. 4 points you should fill in 15 minutes with index. Question number 4B, read the map and answer 4 questions. Here you should take near about 10 minutes to reading the map and answer the 4 questions within 5 minutes. So 15 minutes will be there. So reading, for that you should give more time, careful reading, concentrative reading here. 15 minutes. Question number 5, answer, give geographical reasons in it to 15 minutes, each carries 7.5 minutes. It is enough. Question number 6 or 6B, 6A or 6B. Don't go for both 15 and 15 minutes, only one 15 minutes take it. Okay. So 15 minutes are there. Maybe you solve question number 6, say draw graph, take 10 minutes for drawing graph and answer 3 questions. I think 5 minutes are much more. Okay. Then question number 6B is important. You should write here answer 6 questions. For that, read graph in 8 to 9 minutes and remaining 8 to 9 minutes, 6, 7 minutes, write answer of 6 questions. And question number 7, 25 minutes are there. Each carries 12 minutes and 12 minutes and 30 seconds. 10 minutes for writing answers and 2.5 minutes for drawing graph with the help of stencil. Okay. So this is 25 minutes of question number 7. Total 110 minutes. Remaining 10 minutes for attaching your supplement and checking your paper again, like that. Okay. So this is 120 minutes planning for you. Okay. Don't forget that write your answer with points. Don't overwrite in objective question. Don't write various options. Only first attempt will be checked. Okay. So don't write anything, overwrite anything. Then don't write again and again. Then don't solve extra questions if you are confident. Then use stencil is allowed over there. Question number 4A, map question is a skill-based question. So solve it properly. Graph is also skill-based question. That is also you should solve. Attach both map and graph with your answer book. One supplement is there for you. Okay. So these are the major instructions for you. Thank you all of you and best of luck. If you have any doubt, you are free to ask me. Thank you.
Sir, you have influenced our students in such a positive way. I cannot express my appreciation. You are truly an inspiration. Thank you so much, sir, for guiding our students. Students, if you have any queries, you can raise your hand, sir will answer you.
Okay. Some queries are mentioned here. Sir, map and graph supplement should be attached behind, right? It should be a map and graph supplement is one supplement only. So you should attach it after your main answer book. Okay. That your supervisor at the time of examination will guide you perfectly. Don't worry. Okay. Sir, social studies का question bank आया है क्या? आया है भैया, वो बैंक आया है और वो आपको SCRT के वेबसाइट पे मिलेगा. आपको वो देखना पड़ेगा उसको वहां जाके. ओके. हाँ. Then, sir, what is stencil? What is stencil? This question you are asking me. when 10-15 days remaining for examination, or maybe like that. So, but here I already explained that stencil is the outline of that particular location, region. Okay, you are studying India and Brazil, so outline of India and Brazil, which is maybe carved on cardboard or maybe on plastic. Okay, that is called as stencil. Just ask this question to your geography teacher. He will guide you perfectly. Okay. Sir, map graph supplement should attach behind. Okay, the same question. Okay. One comment is there, sir. Can you repeat stencil? Stencil, I already told that stencil is a cut part of the outline map of that particular country, maybe from cardboard or maybe from plastic. Just go to stationery shop and ask for stencil of India and stencil of Brazil. Even the stationery shopkeeper is also very much familiar with stencil. Okay.
Thank you, sir, for clearing our students' doubts. Now, I request Honorable Satish Chindakar, sir, to say a few words about our today's program.
नमस्कार सर, अतिशय सुंदर असं तुमचं व्याख्यान, संत शांत आणि समृद्धीने अतिशय उत्तम असं विद्यार्थ्यांना समजेल असं आजचं व्याख्यान झालं. शिवानी मॅडमचं पण उत्तम असं व्याख्यान झालं. तर मला खूप आनंद वाटला. माझी छोटी बहीण भारती हजारी यांनी पुण्याची 2 रत्न आमच्या शाळेसाठी दिली. नुसते आमच्या शाळेत त्यांनी संपूर्ण महाराष्ट्रातील विद्यार्थ्यांना अनुयोग विद्या मंचसाठी ह्या 2 व्यक्तींना दिलं. शिवानी मॅडमनी सुद्धा अतिशय उत्तम असं व्याख्यान दिलं आणि आपलंही व्याख्यान अतिशय सगळ्यांना उपयुक्त ठरेल, परीक्षेला उपयुक्त ठरेल, त्यांना आत्मविश्वास निर्माण करणारं, त्यांना परीक्षेला जाताना सोपं वाटेल आणि आज ते आत्मविश्वासाने परीक्षेला जातील याची मला खात्री आहे. तुम्ही जे पीपीटी दाखवलात त्याद्वारे किंवा शिवानी मॅडम सुद्धा अतिशय सुंदरशा पीपीटी दाखवल्या. दोघांच्यामुळे आजच्या या 3ऱ्या दिवसाला सुद्धा एक सुंदर असं लिहिणं आम्हाला सापडलं. त्याबद्दल मी दोघांचेही मनपूर्वक धन्यवाद देतो. अनुयोग शिक्षण संस्थेचा संस्थापक म्हणून अनुयोग शिक्षण संस्थेतर्फे मी ह्या अखंड महाराष्ट्राला तुम्ही जे आज ज्ञान दिलात त्याबद्दल पुन्हा पुन्हा आभार मानतोय आणि माझं इथे संपवते बोलणं.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Now I would like to call President of today's program, Honorable Mrs. Priyanka Rajam, Madam, to guide our students and say a few words about today's program. Please, ma'am.
Good evening, all of you. Good evening, all of you.
Good evening, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Good evening.
I am really grateful for this opportunity. Thank you. Today's 2 lectures were very informative and useful to the students. All the best to all the S.S.C students across Maharashtra. Thank you.
Thank you, Raja madam. Yeah. Appreciation can make a day, even change a life. Appreciation can make a day, even change a life. Your willingness to put into words is all that is necessary. Thank you so much, ma'am. Now, I request Mrs. Nehali, our teacher, to give vote of thanks.
सुरुवात झाली जोरदार, कार्यक्रमी झाला बहारदार. ते कार्यक्रमाचे शिल्पकार, तेव्हा मानलेच पाहिजे त्यांचे आभार, तेव्हा मानलेच पाहिजे त्यांचे आभार. नमस्कार. A very good evening to one and all present here. myself, Nehali Vade Pimpre, present here to give vote of thanks. Vote of thanks is a sign to express love, humanity, and lots of respect. So let's start. On behalf of Anyog Shikshan Sanstha, I would like to thank Srimati Priyanka Rajam Madam, President of today's program. HM of Anyog Vidyalaya Marathi Medium Primary Section, a founder of Anyog Shikshan Sanstha, Shri Bhai Chindarkar Sir, Secretary of Anyog Shikshan Sanstha, Srimati Rohini Tai, for attend today's session. A big thank to our chief guest, Shri Ramakant Pandey Sir. Due to some reason, Shri Ramakant Pandey Sir couldn't able to join this session, but Sir give our best wishes to students for their bright future. A special thanks to our today's subject expertise. Yes, that is Srimati Dr. Shivani Limaya Madam and Shri Atul Kulkarni Sir, who gave their precious time for this. Thank you, sir and madam. Clear all the doubts of students in easy way. Madam and sir, your guidance is like key of success. And with the help of this key, student will definitely open the door of their dreams. A warm thanks to the people who work behind the scene. Yes, our organizer, technical team, teacher, co-teacher, and our lovely Anuyog Parivar. Those are taken lots of effort to make this program successful. I also want to thank today's anchor and introductor who start this program very nicely. Last but not least, hardly thanks to backbone of this program. Yes, you are the backbone of this program. Our student, all viewers, those are actively joined this program through Zoom app as well as YouTube app. Student, hard work is only key to get success. Students, if you work hard, success is definitely yours. All the best for your examination. Last, thank you for giving me opportunity to say vote of thanks. Thank you one and all. Now, I hand over rest of the program to Irfana Madam. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Nehali teacher. Tomorrow there will be a 4th day of our guidance program of subject Science 1 and Science 2 under the guidance of Mr. Dilip Jadhav Sir and Mrs. Anita Katkare Madam. Thank you to one and all for attending our program. Thank you.